Our windy conditions continue all day today. These are some images from York County, specifically Elliott and Ogunquit. You can see the high winds brought down a few trees and power lines. A lot of outages today, causing a lot of issues on a number of communities. Dana Osgood joins us with a look at the weekend forecast, but most importantly, when's the wind going to let up? That's the bigger question.
Not today and not tomorrow either. I would even argue that Sunday is still going to be a little bit breezy. So we're going to get stuck in this windy pattern, but they'll start to wind down rather slowly. At this point, I think last time I checked, we had about 20,000 outages. Most of them were in York County. And I think you can really see that because one of the areas closest is Portsmouth, and they gusted to 60 miles an hour so far today. That's one of the highest wind gusts that we've seen across the state, but even elsewhere, gusting almost up to 50 miles per hour in Augusta, gusting over 50 in Greenville and Millinocket. So for everyone across the state today, it has been quite windy. There is still a wind advisory in effect for the areas here shaded in tan in western Maine. This is for gusts up to 55 miles per hour. Again, some of that new snow might blow around, and then we've already seen some power outages. Those might continue to pop up overnight. Our temperatures, though, actually a bit on the warm side. So even though our wind chills are pretty cold, our actual temperatures for most of us got into the 30s, even some low 40s, a bit colder up in the mountains. But this is actually close to our average high temperature, which has bumped up to 40 degrees at this point. It also was a bit of a split state forecast. If you were in southern and western Maine today, we saw a lot of sunshine as we got into the afternoon. But other areas of the state, not so much. As this last system departs, it's hung around with a bit of cloud cover and even some snow showers still lingering. Most of them are just in the very edges of down east and northern Maine, still snowing a decent amount up in Aroostook County. Most areas there have picked up a couple inches of snow so far, and the rest of that snow should wind down within the next few hours. So overnight tonight, we'll see a mixture of clear skies and some clouds. It won't get too cold overnight tonight. Most of us will be dropping down into the 20s and the teens, so not exceptionally cold, about average. Then as we get into Saturday, a mostly cloudy day with some peaks of sunshine. Could see some isolated upslope snow showers in the mountains on Saturday. A couple of those might extend a bit farther south, but most of them will be up in northern Maine. Still very windy on Saturday, so those feels like temperatures are going to be on the cold side once again. I think Sunday is the better of the two weekend days. We'll see some more sunshine. It won't be quite as windy, and I think it's also going to be a bit warmer. There is a chance once again, though, for some of those upslope snow showers, as long as we're seeing that wind direction out of the northwest. Then we have a little clipper system to watch for Monday. It's mostly going to be early Monday morning, so areas in southern and western Maine might see some impacts to the morning commute there, some light snow, and it should be over by about noontime, so a very quick little clipper that rolls through there. But we're still contending with the wind as we get into the weekend. So it's still going to be fairly windy overnight tonight, though it usually winds down a little bit once the sun goes down. So we'll get to about 20, maybe 30 mile per hour winds. Then Saturday afternoon, they pick up once again coming out of the west here. Wind gusts upwards of 45 to 55 miles per hour. I wouldn't be surprised if we got another wind advisory for tomorrow. Again, that threat of outages continues. Still a bit breezy on Sunday, but significantly less windy than today and tomorrow. Marine forecast sees 6 to 13 feet gale warning in effect for how windy it is. So in terms of our 7-day forecast, as we spring forward into spring this weekend, don't forget about that. It's still going to be feeling like winter, very, very windy on Saturday and feeling very cold. A little bit more sunshine for the day Sunday. Still a little bit breezy, but not as windy as it was in the first half of the weekend and today. A touch warmer. Also, guys, we're kind of watching a warming trend as we get into the middle of next week. Temperatures approaching upper 40s, maybe some lower 50s, and no big storms to talk about either. Just that little clipper system on Monday, possibility of a little front on Thursday, but no big chances of precip coming up soon.
Okay, fairly chill stretch.
A chill stretch, unless you're planning on blowing away in the next 2 days.
That's fair. Dana, thank you.